I bring 40 years experience of working in marketing and communications, particularly advertising. I was one of the founding partners of BBH.
My background is a technical background in enterprise communication. I've managed a global enterprise communications architecture team for many years.
I built one of the most successful hedge funds in the world together with the original founders, which we listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So I think I'm a great business builder.
Spent most of my life in the British Army. Ended up commanding a 750 strong regiment that were deployed in both Afghanistan and Iraq. My strengths, I believe, are in strategic planning and then turning that strategy and transforming it into an executable plan. A very interesting piece of research commissioned by Gartner, which effectively says that 80% of CEOs believe they're delivering superior customer experience, and yet only 8% of their customers believe they are being delivered that wonderful customer experience.
The problem with many companies is that customer experience is a term that they use, but they use it in many different ways. When they're trying to improve their customer experience, they usually haven't thought through precisely what they can achieve at the moment and what they want to achieve and which direction they want to go in.
We sit down with the customer and we talk about the business objectives they're trying to accomplish. We take those business objectives and we define them into very specific initiatives.
So we take all the aspects of a business, so their culture, people, data, legacy technology, and through a process of interviewing their customers, their employees, and of course the voice of the process, we then can hold the mirror up to that company.
The problem in the industry today is defining customer experience. It overlaps now in enterprise communications, a legacy problem that we've always had, into a new digital communications area, and the combining of those two environments is digital transformation.
Most companies have very poor ways in interacting with their customers. They're typically not connected across the various different mediums in which they interact. The data that's available to the people at the company is often inconsistent, and so it's a very disjointed process.
We talk about Axim as operationalizing customer experience, and what we mean by that is that delivering better customer experience isn't something you can just sort of switch on. So you have to change perhaps the structure, you have to change your technology, you have to upgrade that technology sometimes. We talk about operationalizing it because we go back into the company and we start with the company rather than starting with the consumer.
So initially, the storytelling, branding, marketing, the way in which they actually interact through apps or web portals or point of sale, the underlying enterprise architecture or systems that support that capability, and then ultimately taking that data and analysing it in a meaningful way to feed information back to the company.
Companies today have a tremendous amount of information already about their clients in silos, and accessing that data is difficult, and applying it to a customer journey is even more difficult. Axim works with the company to provide a much richer customer experience.
What that means is we have multiple insertion points into enterprises, into organizations, into businesses, either through business operating models, the architecture of that business, the analytics, or the marketing.
What makes Axim different is that we're actually able to build solutions. So most of the firms that we would be likened to would be consulting firms who will have a bunch of very highly qualified people, very intelligent, who would come in and make recommendations. What I think makes Axim different to me, and one of the reasons I'm so enthusiastic, is that we have the ability to build solutions.